What a beautiful sight. Panama City Beach, our backdrop for the weekend as we get on the road to Grand Junction. We start things off with junior college baseball. The top teams in the country right here at PCB for perfect games. Visit Panama City Beach College Baseball Classic. We are so happy to bring you in to Perfect Game TV. I'm Danny Wexelman alongside Steve Phillips, former big league general manager. We've had one game in the books today. Wabash Valley College won 3-1 over Gulf Coast State College. Game 2 today. Now Indian River State College taking on Wallace-Dothan Community College, and we are excited to get you set. Game 1 was a doozy. It was such a good game, packed with great pitching, great offense. So this has a lot of hype to live up to as these two teams have been getting ready on the field at Public Sports Park. And we're about to get you set. All smiles before the game. Here's what we got for you. 2 games today. Of course, we're in our second game right now. Tomorrow, we've got 2 more on our airwaves for you from Panama City Beach. And then on Sunday is our championship game. I'm Danny Wexelman with Steve Phillips, my friend. This is my favorite kind of baseball. I love JUCO Bandits. I love JUCO baseball.
It's fantastic. And look, we did this last year too. And I got to tell you, the quality of play was exceptional. The first game today did not disappoint either. And we see a lot of energy, a lot of passion for the game, hustle, hard work, and execution. And game 1 did not disappoint. And I suspect we're going to get the same here in the game 2.
Let's introduce you to the 2 teams, starting with Indian River. The Pioneers out of Fort Pierce, Florida, last season went 40-14, 24-9 in the Citrus Conference. You can see they won that conference championship last season with a sparkling record. Jake Weatherspoon is going to be a guy you're going to want to pay attention to in that lineup. Made an impact as a freshman. And now in his sophomore season, as you can see, the lineup for this team, he's batting third. You've got the Lashley twins. They're sandwiching Jake Weatherspoon. Sean Duffin rounds out the lineup. A lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomore, a lot of guys who are looking to play at the next level. Frank Torrey Jr. is the head coach of this program, along with Tino Gaudino and Dan Taylor, the volunteer assistant coach. They're going to be facing a great arm on the mound. The sophomore representing Wallace-Dothan, that's Braden Rapp.
Here's the wrap on him. 5'10", 190 pounds, sophomore from Vero Beach, Florida. And a guy out there that is going to try to attack hitters. And so we've seen that so far in game 1, how aggressive pitchers were in the strike zone, right? First game out for some of them, the opportunity to go out there and show what they can do and get off to a good start and throwing strikes has been a big part of it.
Wallace-Dothan Community College out of Dothan, Alabama. Their head coach, Ryan Eiley, in his second season, leading this team. Their assistant coach, CJ Upshaw and Jack Schaefer. They've got a great program. Their home opener was canceled against Chipola. They had some snow in Alabama. Obviously, the country's been dealing with a lot of snow. Florida's gotten snow. Thankfully, though, we've got just a couple clouds in the weather this afternoon. Panama City Beach, the perfect place to start this season. The backdrop, the trees, a beautiful ballpark at Public Sports Park, too. So we're excited to get you set for first pitch of Game 2. The Pioneers and the Governors here on Perfect Game TV. Brett Patton is the leadoff man for the Pioneers.
Well, Indian River off to a pretty good start so far this year, 4-0 so far. So they've gotten some games in. So the 5th game for them, and they've got their legs underneath them.
First pitch swinging. Patton hits it through the infield. It's a leadoff base hit. Not wasting any time. The Manasquan, New Jersey native gets things going.
Well, you figure the first pitch of the season for the opposing pitcher, and you're going to get a fastball, right? You figure Rapp's going to come in with a fastball, be ready for it, goes right back up the middle, finds a hole, and sets the table.
Matt Lashley will step in. A set of twins on this Pioneer team. He's first pitch swinging and fouls it away. Matt Lashley and Jason Lashley in the lineup. Runner taken off. The ball just out of the hand of Peyton Ryback. And so aggressive base running to start the game, and into scoring position is Patton.
Aggressive dugout for Indian River as well. They're into it early on here, bringing the energy, kicking off the tournament.
Matt Lashley from Lake Worth, Florida. One of his older brothers played baseball at Stetson, another one at FAU. Big baseball family as he takes a ball high. Down the middle for a strike. 2-2 the count.
Lashley going to want that fastball back. He sort of jumped up and was like, how did I let that one go? And sometimes you just get thinking and get caught in between and then end up taking a pitch that's pretty good.
He leaves it out and works the count back full.
It sure feels like Rapp could use a smaller jersey. It just feels like the wind, he's getting caught up with the wind, and almost like it could somewhat inhibit his arm action.
It's not very aerodynamic, is it?
No.
Little dancing going on over at second. A pitch is fouled away. So if you're just tuning in, maybe you're a casual fan, maybe you're a hardcore fan, you're a family member, what you're watching right now early in this game is exactly why I love junior college baseball. It's aggressive, it's exciting, it's gritty. Every moment is worth watching. You don't want to get up. You don't want to get out of your seat. Close, but missing. And so Lashley works the walk to put runners on first and second. Our home plate umpire is Chandler Durham, and our field umpire is Nate Starr. All right, so here's Jake Weatherspoon from Melbourne Beach, Florida. Fouls off the first pitch he sees. I mentioned it earlier, Steve, but he had a really impactful freshman season, very impactful during their conference title that they won last season. Impactful in the first couple of games. You mentioned it, this team already 4-0 to start the year. That one nails him in the back, and the bases are loaded. It's interesting early.
So Brandon Rapp is concerned about the runner on second and Brett Patton. And so he's wanting to keep an eye on him, but what he's doing is he's starting his delivery toward home plate with his head still looking at second base. And then he doesn't get his head turned around early enough. And so each time that he's done that, he's missed the strike zone significantly. He's got to get the head turned and pick up the target.
First game of the season for Wallace-Dothan. Here's the cleanup hitter, the twin of Matt. This is Jason Lashley. First pitch swinging, out of play.
Well, there's no question. They're coming up aggressive. They're hacking in there. And if they see a good fastball, they're not going to get cheated, and they are swinging the bats.
Lashley, the designated hitter in the lineup. He's got bases loaded, no outs, top of the first. Goes the opposite way and out of play. Wraps ahead 0-2.
So, Braden Rapp right now can't think about, I got to put up a 0. Got to get an out right now. Just get an out. Strikeout would be great, but if you can't get the strikeout, get an out. And if you have to give up a run, but you want to avoid the big inning, right? The crooked numbers. So, right now, get an out, get yourself through this, even if it costs you a run.
Ball outside, 1-2, especially early, right? This is a 7-inning game. They're playing 7 innings here at this event.
That's damage control. You can't think about only putting up zeros all the time. It takes experience to accept that.
In on his hands, he rolls over to first base. No play at the plate, so they go back to first. The run came home, and it sounds like they got Lashley on the tag over at first. Patton scores, and the Pioneers out to a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, Kason Gleaton came in to field the ball and had visions of maybe coming home with it, but the high chopper, the good jump off of third base by Patton, there was no play there, but quickly had to turn and then feed Rapp at first base to get the out.
So an RBI for Lashley. Here's Michael Lucina. 6 and off speed for strike one. Hits that one in the air to the right side. Trailing foul. Nice catch by Drew Shiver. One more run does come home. A sac fly RBI for Lucina, 2-0. Indian River, and 2 away in the top of the first.
So I guess the question you ask yourself is, it was a foul ball when he caught it. You know, do you take a chance on letting it fall and not catching it to allow the run? I think you probably take the out this early, and if especially first inning, you've got time to make up that ground. I think to avoid any more damage, I think you do take the out.
Yeah, I agree. I think early, just to get yourselves back in the dugout as quickly as you can, especially the way that the Pioneers have been swinging the bat. Here's Matty Davis, the sophomore right fielder. 1 on, 2 down, top 1. Like the idea from Rapp. It's 2-0.
Indian River's in Fort Pierce, Florida, which is just down the street from Port St. Lucie, Florida, where the Mets spring training home is. And it was my home for quite a while.
You've been back there recently? When was the last time you were there?
I haven't been to. I've always been. I go to spring training from MLB Network Radio, and I end up going to the other coast. I'm always on the West Coast,
right.
dealing with the teams over there, so I don't get over much. But Fort Pierce always had a good program, and when I was there, we drafted Angel Pagan, an outfielder, played for the Mets and played for the Cubs. Pretty nice career. He was out of Indian River.
Well struck, but foul.
I say Braden Rapp's not missing many bats right now. I mean, they're getting their hacks. They're fouling them off, but they seem like they're getting a pretty good look at him so far.
Rolled over, but foul. So Matty Davis battling at the plate right now. Hey, to your point, by the way, earlier Wabash Valley was playing Gulf Coast State, and 2 guys, Eric Swanson and Aaron Barrett, are alums of Wabash Valley, which is pretty cool. Obviously, there are a ton of alums scattered throughout the big leagues,
sure,
present and past, who have made their way through as a JUCO Bandit. Line drive, right back up the middle. Matty Davis didn't miss. Another run comes home. A 2-out RBI, 3-0 Pioneers.
Well, Rapp's problem right now, he can't get anything but his fastball over the plate. So the hitters are just sitting on that and taking the breaking stuff or fouling it off. But they're sitting on that fastball and getting a fastball up in the zone. He was able to rip it to center field.
That's going to bring up Scout Simpson. Left side of the box, stands tall. He's from Tampa, Florida. And he takes strike one, thought about it, but pulled it back. Check over on Matty Davis at first. Inside, gets to the backstop. That allows Davis to advance into scoring position.
Yeah, just trying to overthrow a little bit right now and trying to make the perfect pitch. And, you know, when you tend to do that, you tend to yank it and it gets away from you a little bit. That would have been a tough one for Ryback to be able to block and keep in front.
Low and inside for a ball. Again, the first game of the
Simpson's,
season. Go ahead, Steve.
Scout Simpson's parents were To Kill a Mockingbird fans. The character Scout in To Kill a
Mockingbird. Of course.
Yeah.
That's how he got his name?
Yeah, I'm wondering.
Oh, I see. Inconclusive.
Yes.
Scout leaves it low. 3-1
It's not
the
a
count.
common name, right?
I mean, I love the name. I think
It's great.
The first thing I think about is it must be a baseball family if you name your kid Scout, right?
Right, for sure. Absolutely.
His mom ran track at Illinois. And he's patient, works the walk to put runners on first and second, and passes the baton. That's a 2-out walk. And Nico Lopez will bat.
Pretty heavy workload in this inning, 28 pitches deep. And when it comes to pitch counts that everybody's so aware of now, trying to protect arms, it's not only how many pitches that you throw, but how compacted that they are, right? How many high leverage pitches are you throwing? And so, you look at this inning, not only is the total high, but there have been a lot of high pressure moments so far for Braden Rapp. And so I think a good visit to the mound, let him catch his breath a little bit, regroup, and see if he can't get back in the zone.
Sophomore season for Rapp, and again, game one for this team. They had a game scheduled at home with Chipola that was canceled. So first game for this team, just getting the jitters out of the way.
That's a good point, Danny. I mean, for all the players, they want to get their first out of the way, and not the way that Rapp obviously wants to start. He's going to have a lot of good innings still in front of him, but now he's just got to find a way to work his way through.
Lopez hits it in the air, over into right field, shallow. Drew Shiver comes in to make the catch. So 3 runs come through in the first inning for the Pioneers, but we got a lot of baseball left to play. We head to the bottom of the frame. Wallace-Dothan Community College will get a chance to bat. The Pioneers, they come sliding in early. They're up 3-0.
Have to be strong.
I believe you gotta rise before you can shine. That there is no agony worse than defeat.
The question is, does he have the bat speed? Does he have what it takes?
And an angel watches over me.
And swing. Just keep swinging. Just keep swinging.
I believe this will all be worth it.
Pick in the 2024 draft is...
All right, we welcome you back. The Pioneers out to an early 3-0 lead. Wallace-Dothan Community College gets a chance to bat now in the bottom of the first. Panama City Beach, our home for the Visit Panama City Beach College Baseball Classic. Dothan, Alabama represented here at PCB. They play in the ACCC Conference. And again, these are their first games. They had snowstorms. And the games were canceled. Their game against Chipola had to be canceled. But here they are, getting in some sun, which is exciting. This is the lineup they'll be sporting. Caden Tuck is going to lead things off. It's freshman heavy, if you notice. Drew Shiver, the cleanup hitter, he's already gotten some action in the outfield so far. And Jeremiah Blair will round out the lineup. Ryan Eiley is the head coach of this program out of Dothan, Alabama, his second season. And last year he was named the first ACCC South Division Coach of the Year. In his first season, they were runner-up in their conference tournament. Javi Miranda will get the start on the mound. The right-handed freshman gets a chance to protect this 3-0 lead. And Caden Tuck, first pitch swinging, fouls it off.
Yeah, Randy Eiley, there's building a program, and he had a lot of players that graduated out last year, moved out of the program. So he's starting fresh with a lot of young players. And maybe the inexperience showed in the top of the first inning. Just everybody's just kind of feeling it a little bit, getting anxious, but they'll get themselves going.
And he takes a ball. We're lucky to have Bria Lassick on the field for us, running around, helping me figure out who's playing where and name pronunciations. And she's in the dugout right now. She just said, Steve, that in that Wallace-Dothan dugout, they're telling their pitcher that they're going to pick him up. They're telling Braden Rapp, we're going to pick you up. We got you. Check down to the first base umpire, Nate Starr. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count.
So in the river, it looks like the Milwaukee Brewers a little bit with those uniforms.
I love it. I love it. Inside and hit on the ground to the right. Nico Lopez does a nice job staying down for the first out.
A pitch down and in and tops it down into the ground, hustling down the line. Give Miranda credit. Have Miranda getting over, but Lopez tells him, I've got it. Take it myself.
Here's JT Thigpen, excuse me. First pitch swing in, fouls it away. Out of Jackson, Mississippi. He went to Jackson Academy. Parker Harris, the high school coach there. Nice pitch there by Miranda for a strike. He's ahead 0-2. Left up, 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count.
Not a bad pitch, though. You're 0-2. Climb the ladder a little bit, see if you can't get him to chase.
There it is. Tasty enough for the swing and miss. The first strikeout for Miranda. And there's 2 away.
Yeah, up in the eyes, and it looks so good as a hitter. And you think you can catch up to it and hit it. But just because when you swing, the bat head always ends up below your hands. And if you're swinging at a pitch at the top of the zone, you've got to get your hands above that ball to hit it to be able to have the bat head catch up.
Kaysen Gleaton swinging at the first pitch and fouls it away. The aggressiveness on both sides. These guys just want to come out and get that timing, get that swing down. The freshman playing first base. He pitches 2. He's out of Lilburn, Georgia. Steve Javi Miranda. Yeah, he is. He is. And Javi Miranda had shared with us that the 2 things that improved the most this season for him were command and velocity. And we're seeing that right now.
Yeah, Miranda's loose, lanky. He looks really comfortable on the mound. Doesn't look like he's feeling any pressure. His arm works well for him. He looks athletic on the mound, moving around out there. Good frame. Good stuff.
Another ball out of play. I'm guessing they're retrieving these and getting them back. We've had a lot of foul balls.
A lot of souvenirs.
A lot of souvenirs. I don't know if those are headed back or not. Stroked well through the right side, right to the second baseman, though. Nice job not getting through the infield. Michael Lucina makes the play. 1-2-3 inning for Indian River. We head to the second. Pioneers up 3-0. Last year, Blinn won their first ever Junior College World Series championship for their program. Dusty Hart, their head coach, joined us in D.C. for the American Baseball Coaches Association. And the love for the game is so obvious. The passion for junior college baseball and wanting to be there is so obvious and is littered throughout the lineups and the rosters. We welcome you back to PCB. Braden Rapp back out on the mound for a second inning of work. He's facing Sean Duffin for the Pioneers. They got out to a 3-0 early lead in the top of the first, working the counts, aggressive swings, and aggressive base running.
Yeah, I think the key right now for Braden Rapp is regroup, right? Put that inning aside. It didn't go well, but go out there and build upon that now.
And on his hands and fouled away. Yeah, we told you, his teammates telling him, hey, we got you, we will pick you up. A lot of game left to play, 7 innings this afternoon. You can see the wind, though, Steve. You mentioned it, the uniform for Rapp. But in general, that wind right now blowing all over the place. And that one is well struck to left field, in the air, at the track, running it down. What a play by Thigpen. With the wind and the elements, that's a fantastic play.
It really is. This ball's well struck, and the wind may have kept that in the ballpark, but Thigpen never gave up on it. JT runs it down to the gap, took a perfect route to get there. Right, a direct line to where that ball was going to land, picked his spot, ran it down. Outstanding play to help out his pitcher.
The defense between these first 2 games has been so good.
Stellar.
Brett Patton back to the top. He singled, stole a base, and scored in the first. Hard hit on the ground. The diving second baseman makes the play in the stretch. How about that? What an effort. Anthony Zarzana with the dive and Kason Gleaton at first with that outstanding stretch. Come on now.
A great play all around. I mean, you think about Anthony Zarzana making this play, going to his right, diving, hustling down the line is Patton. Now, I don't love the head first dive into first base. I don't know if it gets you there any faster, but I didn't think he had a chance to get him. Knowing that Patton can really run, good effort by both guys laying it out for their teammates.
We've been spoiled, Steve, already with the web gems.
No kidding. I mean, the 2 outs in this inning alone have been out of this world.
Here's Matt Lashley. Walked and scored in the first. Leaves a pitch low. It's 2-0.
Well, they had gone back to the dugout, told Braden Rapp, hang in there, keep us here, we'll come back and win. And they're making some plays defensively to keep them here.
Popped up on the left side, foul territory. That wind dancing around, but Clyde Jackson makes the catch. So there it is, a 1-2-3 inning. Braden Rapp and his defense are showing out so far. We head to the bottom of the second inning. More defense to come. Maybe some offense now for Wallace-Dothan Community College. They trail by 3.
I need all the wins, yeah. Ain't no else, gotta get it, no call to quits, yeah. Gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets, yeah. Better move out the way, cause I'm coming with hard it hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all it is. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out.
I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I gotta go, dog. I'm riding a road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when they throwin' the fastball. Too much that I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in the black whip, got old problems with a friends new.
Welcome back. Bottom second, Panama City Beach is beaming this weekend as we open up the junior college baseball season at Perfect Games. Visit Panama City Beach College Baseball Classic. I'm Danny Wexelman alongside Steve Phillips, former big league general manager. And right now the Pioneers are holding on to a 3-0 lead. Javi Miranda back out on the mound, the freshman right-handed pitcher, sharing the people who inspire him the most. That would be his mom and his grandpa. He said no matter what their situation is, they always do what they can to help others who need it. Something else about Javi Miranda, Steve, is that he's returning to baseball after being diagnosed with Crohn's disease. He said, through medical help and support of my family and determination, I'm back on the field, and I'm here to achieve some goals that I've had since I was young.
Good for him, right? Overcoming, that's really what it's about. And for all of these players, the sacrifices that families have made to give them an opportunity to play and grow and develop in their skills, pretty amazing.
Drew Shiver is the batter. He's out of Enterprise, Alabama. He wants to go to the World Series with Wallace and then go play at a 4-year school. Miranda's got some bite to those pitches, Steve.
Got good leverage, good angles to everything.
On the ground, to second. Michael Lucina makes the play, 1 away.
You know, his stuff's not quite there yet, but, you know, his body type, his look reminds me of Freddie Peralta for the Brewers, with the Brewers uniform there. Got a little bit of look, and that just loose delivery and athleticism on the mound. Very similar.
Jackson Clyat, the batter. He's out of Evans, Georgia. Freshman third baseman. And he takes a strike. It's 0-2.
First at bat. Probably dry mouth, having a hard time breathing. I remember those days.
Oh, the drop in that one. That's his second strikeout of the afternoon.
Yeah, coming with the breaking ball, has him down 0-2, comes with the breaking ball, freezes him there. And, you know, a lot going on in these young hitters' minds, right? They got so much clutter with voices up there that the concentration part sometimes can be difficult. But at least you got the first at bat behind you. Now you can regroup and go back out there.
There it is again to Anthony Zarzana. He made a fantastic diving play earlier in the game. This is his first at bat, the freshman. He's from Alpharetta, Georgia. He said he's getting his engineering degree. That's what he's working on.
I thought he held up on that
count.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he held up a little bit. Let's see. No, tough call. Close call. Those are always tough. Always in slow motion. It looks like they swung.
Lays off the pitch in the dirt. 2-2 the count.
I do like the confidence Miranda has in mixing up his pitches.
Yeah.
Right? He's not just sitting with the fastball. He's working at his breaking pitch, keeping hitters off balance.
Tapped on the ground. Miranda fields his position. The throw is high. I don't know if he got his feet set. Zarzana slides in head first to second, and he gets himself over there safely with 2 outs and extends the inning.
So I think Miranda comes off the mound, and, you know, when it's a high chopper like that and you jump, you know, you've got to step and throw, right? That's every time you work on PFP, the pitcher's fielding practice, it's step and throw, but it's do or die. But I think the thing to remember for everybody, infielders, pitchers, if you throw it low in the dirt, the first baseman still has a chance to catch it. If you throw it too high, they can't catch it. So when in doubt, bounce it.
That's a great point. Evan Taylor strikes it. It's going to land in right field behind the bag at first. The throw from Maddie Davis gets in. And now you've got runners on the corners for Wallace-Dothan. The Governor's cooking something up.
A little surprised he wasn't able to score on that ball. Now, that's a matter of knowing where the outfielders are. And that ball was sort of a flare down the line. And, especially with a right-handed throwing right fielder moving toward the line, he was going to have to turn his body all the way around to throw. I would have thought maybe that runner on second could score.
That's on the ground. Peyton Ryback, first pitch swinging. But the defense, again, coming up good. Michael Lucina stays down, makes the play, and they're bailed out. Indian River hanging on to a 3-0 lead. We go to the third. How about that scene? Panama City Beach, the backdrop for this weekend, the opening weekend for junior college baseball on the road to Grand Junction. I love Grand Junction, Colorado. I've been there once. I got to cover the JUCO World Series one time, and it was probably one of the best experiences, I would say, of my career. Steve, have you been?
I've not, but I got to tell you, seeing the pictures of Panama City, I kind of like Panama City a lot. Look at the water. I mean, my goodness, that looks amazing.
That's fair. That's totally fair. I bet it's chilly in Grand Junction right now.
Probably.
Top three. Braden Rapp back out on the mound. Gave up 3 runs in the first and settled down in the second. Had a 1-2-3 inning. Spacing the 3-hole hitter, Jake Weatherspoon, who was hit by a pitch and scored in the first. It's tapped past the mound. Over to short. Easy play for Evan Taylor. 1 away.
Danny, I'm still not clear why the run didn't score last inning for Wallace. I mean, you had 2 outs with the runner on second and the base hit. And you see the play again there. Nice job on the play. But I just can't understand why he didn't score. The ball was hit down the right field line. It took kind of a hop. The right fielder had to go into foul territory on the play.
Yeah, it would have been nice to get one on the board.
Right.
Give a little more confidence to your ball club. They were threatening. Now they've got to come back and play defense. Jason Lashley is the batter. Strokes that to right. And nice play over there. Drew Shiver is getting a lot of work. He's done a nice job. 2 away.
Good swing. I tell you what, Jason Lashley's got a really nice swing. Short and quick to the ball. Ripped it to right field right there, but right at Shiver. See him go down on that ball. And that's a really nice swing. Easy, straight to the ball. Love it.
Here's Michael Lucina. Comes from Venezuela. Oh, my gosh. Did he get all of it? At the track and fence, and he did. That ball is long gone. I don't know what it did to hurt him, but Michael Lucina hurt that baseball. A solo home run, and it's 4-0 Indian River.
If you want to figure out where power comes from, it comes from the bottom half. This is why you got to get your bottom half into the swing. And, when a hitter gets to that launch position, they're ready to uncoil. And when you watch this swing, imagine just a rubber band pulled taut, and now you're going to uncoil it with the bottom half. Wow, great finish on that swing. He knew it out of the box. It was just a matter of whether the wind was going to blow it back in, and just beyond the reach of JT Thigpen as he leapt at the wall.
That was an amazing swing. 4-0 Pioneers. Just as Braden Rapp had settled in. 2 down. Matty Davis is the batter. And Rapp, I like the approach coming back. He's ahead 0-2.
Yeah, right. Good point, Danny. Excellent point. You know, what happens after you give something up? Don't try to miss bats. Get right back in the zone.
There it is in the dirt. He gets Davis to swing. All right, so a solo shot, a monster shot, should I say, to the moon over the fence for Michael Lucina. He makes it 4-0 Pioneers. Braden Rapp settling in a little bit more, but Wallace-Dothan, they're down by 4. Look at that.
That's some legitimate power right there, uncoiling the bottom half and driving it out of the ballpark.
All right, welcome back. If you missed it in the top of the third, Michael Lucina just hit a ball to the moon. It's 4-0 Indian River. Wallace-Dothan Community College trailing. The Governors, though, get another chance to bat here. Facing Javi Miranda. Jeremiah Blair lays down the bunt, diving to first. Again, the defense coming up big. And there's one away.
A good hustle down the line, but great defensive execution. Just trying to beat the pitcher to the base. But nice play there on the tag by Lopez to get the out.
Jeremiah Blair's got speed. That was a great play all around. Kane Tuck back to the top will bat. Went to Woodstock High School. Jeffrey Brown, the coach there. He said his speed's improved the most over the last year. He works out at Rapid Sports Performance, gets his speed up there. Another Bryce Harper fan, Steve. He is universally loved among the JUCO Bandits.
Good breaking ball right here. Just couldn't lay off of it. Nice job blocking it behind the plate, Jake Witherspoon.
Two-one the count. The more this game goes on, Miranda looks more and more comfortable. Even if he didn't get the call, he had Tuck questioning the pitch.
Yeah, it was a great spot for that pitch, too. Now he's got to come back. Don't want to walk anybody. You got a big 4-0 lead. Make him earn it.
That one just missing.
Witherspoon on the pitch framing right there, trying to lift that pitch and get it back in the zone.
Swing and a miss, comes back and gets the strikeout, the third of the afternoon for Miranda. 2 away.
Yeah, Caden Tuck just a little bit overmatched there at the end. And this is just a very, very young team right now for Wallace-Dothan. And so they're young. They're sort of getting their first at-bats. It's going to take them some time. But it's a good program with good coaching. It's just going to take them some time to get themselves confident again.
Here's JT Thigpen, the redshirt sophomore, playing left. Pretty close to robbing that home run from Michael Lucina. One ball, one strike, the count.
You hear a lot about slow the game down a little bit. Well, Indian River's played 4 games already, so they've sort of found some rhythm and some pace. And I think for Wallace-Dothan, this is just freshmen who are trying to find their way still in their first game of their careers.
So much baseball left to be played. This is just the beginning. JUCO baseball gets to start things off in the baseball stratosphere, and then it's Division 1, 2, 3, and then spring training for the big leaguers all this month. The last day of January. Finally, we've made it.
January flew by, though. It really did. January just flew by.
I think it's the longest and shortest month of the year.
Yeah.
Well hit into left field. There to make the catch, Scout Simpson. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Javi Miranda and his defense. The Pioneers rolling, leading 4-0. Big bats for them, but it's also been the gloves. They've flashed it on both sides so far in this one. The road to Grand Junction just getting started. Hey, welcome back. Top 4, Panama City Beach. You're hanging out with us on Perfect Game TV at the Visit Panama City Beach College Baseball Classic. These are the top junior colleges in the country. Starting with 14, we whittle it down to 2, the championship game on Sunday. Indian River State College, the Pioneers leading 4-0. Clint Laffery will get a chance to come in for Dothan Wallace Community College, taking over on the mound for Braden Rapp.
See if he can take some of the aggressiveness away from Indian River hitters who have just come up wailing on the baseball. They've looked for that fastball, and they are not letting it pass by without getting a hack at it. And we'll see. I mean, for Lafferty, if he can get something secondary, break a pitch over early in the count, maybe he can take away some of that aggressiveness.
Scout Simpson leads things off, and he takes ball 1.
Did lead him off with an off-speed pitch, though, just trying to get him off the fastball.
It's on the ground to second. Anthony Zarzana makes the play, 1 away. Lafferty shared that someone who inspires him is his dad Jason. He said that I know where he's been on day 1 and I know how far he's come. He shows me to never give up no matter how difficult it gets. Nico Lopez, the batter, takes the ball outside, 2-0.
Again, just overthrowing a little bit there, Danny. And first time out, thinking I'm going to throw the best pitch that I'm going to throw all year. And just slow it down a little bit. Let your arm work for you.
In on his hands and well struck to left. Nico Lopez swung a hot bat there. Gets himself a board. That's going to bring up Sean Duffin.
Lopez gets a fastball up in the zone. Tails back in and able to get the bat head to the ball and pull it into left field. Pretty good pitch to hit right there.
Here's Sean Duffin. Lafferty paints for strike one. Bottom of the order for the Pioneers. The leadoff man, Brett Patton, on deck.
Duffin's a freshman, but he looks like a growing man in there.
Duffin out of Hollywood, Florida. Takes the breaking ball. Maybe wants that pitch back. He set his goals beyond baseball, Steve, to become a firefighter, paramedic, and work in real estate. What a combo.
Wow.
Makes sense, huh? Hard hit on the ground, diving past the third baseman. Nice job by the freshman to put the ball in play. Runners on first and second now for the Pioneers. Back to the top.
Able to get on top of that ball, just pull it beyond the reach of third baseman Cleot, and goes into left field. And how about the bottom of the lineup, the 8-9 hitters, both getting on, and now you flip the order around with Brett Patton coming up, who did reach base his first time with a single, and he can run a little bit.
Yeah, he's got the speed. Patton set 8 school records for high school football. That one's in the air left side and out of play. He's got 1 school record for baseball. He played varsity as a freshman for 3 sports, Steve, and he was all conference last year.
Wow. Love to hear that. Multiple sport athlete, and the idea of the value of playing other sports than just baseball. I heard John Smoltz on a podcast, The Road to Cooperstown on SiriusXM, talking about trying to implore parents to have your kids not specialize too early.
Just a little floater over to short. They tag the base runner Lopez for the third out. So the Govs, again, with the defense and the gloves, getting the job done. We've got a great ball game. The Pioneers still up 4-0, and we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll see the Governors come to bat. It's been a treat so far. The offense, the defense. These guys look like they're in midseason form, but it's just the beginning as we are here, Panama City Beach, sandy, sunny, maybe a little sweaty too. Indian River up 4-0. The Pioneers hanging on to that. Javi Miranda has been really good on the mound. He's only given up one hit so far. As we head to the bottom of the frame, Casey Gleaton will step up. We mentioned his size, Steve, as he stepped into the box. He's playing first base this afternoon. Just a freshman.
Yeah, just a freshman, but a very projectable body. I mean, he is a big young man. And as he starts to continue to fill out, you could picture some legitimate power.
See the big swing there. Miranda ahead 0-1. Gleaton shared with us that his parents are the ones who inspire him the most. He sees how hard they work every day and the love that they show him. He said, I want to show that to the world.
Love to hear that. By the way, Miranda, just a freshman. I mean, I'm so impressed by his poise on the mound, the athleticism, the confidence he has, the rhythm with his delivery and his arm strength.
Low 2-2 the count. Miranda out of Margate, Florida. He hopes to commit and play Division I baseball one day, get drafted, play pro ball. But along those lines, too, school-wise, he said, I want to get a degree. I want to spend more time with my family. That's a good pitch, just missing. And Gleaton's worked the count all the way back full. Rolled over. Gleaton protects the plate.
Gleaton reminds me of John Mayberry Jr., who played with the Phillies organization, went to Stanford, and just that athletic physique. John Mayberry Sr. from Detroit played with the Royals, first baseman for a long time.
Right back where it came from in the air to right center field. The sliding play. It gets down, and Gleaton, what an at-bat by him. Down 0-2, works it full, and drops it into play for a leadoff base hit.
Nice job. I love it when big guys don't think about pulling the ball, but just drive it to right center field. You'll learn how to pull as you become a better hitter. Love the effort, the speed. Once he gets going, he can run a little bit too, but Brett Patton loved the play out there in center field, limiting him to a single right there with his hustle, effort, and laying out to keep it in front.
Yeah, we've seen some excellent defense on both sides. Drew Shiver comes back up for his second at-bat. Said he's got gap-to-gap power. He's got the ability to hit to all fields. And his swing is the part of the game that he's grown the most. He said, Coach Eiley, that's Ryan Eiley, the head coach of this program, helped me at the plate. And he's put a lot of time and he's sacrificed a lot for his hitters. Where'd that miss, Steve?
Shiver, a redshirt freshman, so, didn't get the service time effectively last year, but was around and been able to work on everything while not getting the playing time necessarily. But this year, the redshirt freshman, ready to get him.
Let's a check on Gleaton.
So I can't imagine Gleaton's going anywhere. You're down 4-0, and he's a big guy without a lot of speed. I want to focus on the hitter right here for Miranda.
Great pitch for strike two. Another bouncing ball on the infield, picked up by the first baseman, and the tag from Nico Lopez. Great job to do it himself, and there's one away.
He's gotten a lot of work on that play today. That's the second one of those that it looks like an instant replay. The topper down the line, And Lopez holding the runner, comes in, able to make the play, and then able to take it himself, limiting the throw. That's a tough one where the infielder is inside of first base. The first baseman to have to make the flip. So nice job making the tag.
Glayton on second. Jackson Clayat, the batter. Swing and a miss through strike one. 1-on-1 down, bottom four. We play 7 during this weekend. Clayat, 3-time baseball all-region in high school, 3-time baseball and high school region champ.
Cleot getting a little more aggressive this time up. Got locked up in his first at bat, but letting that thing fly right now.
Time called. Chandler Durham behind the plate for us. Our umpires this afternoon, the tandem of he and Nate Starr. You know, it was just really those 3 runs in the first inning for the Pioneers, Steve. And after that, it's been quieter, right? The Governors have had their chances. They had a huge chance in the second with runners on, and you'd like to see them be able to work with something with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, I attribute that first inning just nerves. First inning of the whole season.
Yeah.
And I think that, got away from them with a team that had already played 4 games.
This movement by Weatherspoon behind the plate to block it. One ball, 2 strikes the count. Fouled away. Clayat looks locked in. Much different from his first at bat, Steve.
Yeah, I feel so much better for him, right? That first one he couldn't pull the trigger. Took 3 pitches, struck out. And, his first at bat, he had so much going on, but got himself, cleared his mind a little bit. Now he's battling right here. I love it.
Another one in on his hands. So 1-2. What's the idea for Miranda here? What does he come with?
Yeah, I've got to throw a breaking ball, bounce it in the dirt. Start it in the zone and then break it down out of the zone. Make it look like a strike and then take it out of the strike zone to get Cleot to chase because he's in swing mode right now to try to defend. So you want to start it in the zone and break it out.
Two balls, 2 strikes, the count. Comes back, gets a strikeout. Cleot can't keep up. 4 on the afternoon for Miranda and 2 away.
It looked like a backup slider where normally the slider will break and sort of take a left-hand turn at the plate. This one looked like it sort of moved back in and fooled Cleot, where he thought it would. He probably saw breaking ball, saw the circle on the slider, but it kept backing into him instead of breaking away.
Miranda showing a little emotion after it as well. His 4th of the afternoon, 2 away. Anthony Zarzana will bat. Zarzana's played nice defense this afternoon. He singled in the second. Said he's got great bat-to-ball skills. He finds the barrel a lot, and he's a good defender with smooth actions. I would sign off on that self-scouting report.
For sure. We saw him make an outstanding play earlier this game.
Rolled over to short, charging. Lashley, and the nice job over at first. Nico Lopez playing a great job over there. So another runner left stranded for the Governors, and the Pioneers continue to roll. They're hanging on. Javi Miranda is looking good. We go to the 5th.
pain. That's not great. Zero pain. Zero pain.
Yo, that's crazy, dude.
Like, I can't feel my traps anymore because they've been going and they're super loose now. But my legs, it almost feels like somebody's just like, bump, bump, bump. It feels like you're getting a massage, free massage.
Supermarket pros, no better way to go.
Indian River State College already 4-0 on the season. They're up 4-0 in the top of the fifth inning, facing Wallace-Dothan Community College of Dothan, Alabama. The Governors playing their very first game of the season. So while we are ready to turn the page to February, the JUCO season just starting. Panama City Beach is the backdrop this weekend. Overcast this afternoon. Thanks for hanging out with us on Perfect Game TV. Matt Lashley is the batter. He takes a ball outside. Clint Lafferty came in to take over for Braden Rapp, who started this game. Settled things down nicely. There was a solo shot from Michael Lucina. But other than that, Lafferty and the defense for the Govs have done a nice job. That one paints inside for a strike, 2-1 the count. So Lashley shared, I think you talked about this earlier, Steve, or you and I have talked about this. He's a Dustin Pedroia fan. He's a Red Sox fan, but he's a Pedroia fan. I feel like Dustin Pedroia has gotten a lot of love recently. His name pops up year after year after year. You know, he's in the Jose Altuve type category of just the gritty, smaller sized player on the ground, bobbled by Evan Taylor. And there you see the speed of Matt Lashley to get on base and lead things off.
And I think that, you know, when we look at some of the JUCO programs, you've got, you know, like what Division I's, they're looking for the 6'2", 6'3", built and athletic. And so many of the smaller players get passed over, yet many of them can still play at the same level.
Line drive off the bat of Jake Weatherspoon into right field. That's an electric bat. Man, this is a kid to watch. This is a kid who was going to go and play Division I baseball somewhere and get drafted if he keeps this up.
Yeah, that's a good piece of hitting right there. Not ball up in the zone, driving it into right field, not trying to do too much with it. That's a good piece of hitting, right? That ball up, being able to do it. Good base running. Lastly, freezing on the line drive, not wanting to get doubled up. And it was hit so hard you weren't going to get to third base anyway, so well executed all around.
Driving the ball out of play, though, is Jason Lashley. This team coming from Fort Pierce, Florida, not too far away. 4-0 to start the season. That's a great way to begin. Nice stroke, goes the other way. Right to the left fielder, JT Thickpen, who's done a nice job. But that was a nice, easy swing. I think you said that before, Steve, about Jason Lashley and that swing.
Yeah, I do. I like his swing. And doesn't try to muscle it and makes good, solid contact. And he's had a couple line drives that he hit at people that, you know, he hasn't got much to show for it. But in the long run, if you hit the ball like that enough, you're going to come through and put up some pretty good numbers.
Here's the big bat of Michael Lucina. Solo shot earlier in the game. That check swing, a foul ball. I mean, it was, here it is. I mean, that swing is as pretty and as perfect as it gets.
That's a home run derby swing right there. That's a guy looking to lift the baseball, hunt the bottom of the ball, create backspin, and drive it out of the ballpark and use your bottom half, and he certainly did it.
Another hard-struck ball. That one through the right side. The runners are going to hold up, and that's going to load them up for the Pioneers again. This is what they did back in the first. They just chip away. Don't try to do too much.
Well, Lucina has a really good feel for hitting. Remember, he's the same guy that turned on one and hit out of the ballpark. But this pitch out over the plate a little bit, not one he's going to be able to try to hook and hit out of the park. So he just drives it and keeps his hands inside the ball and goes the other way with it. Really good piece of hitting.
All right, Matty Davis up, bases loaded, one away. He made it a 3-0 ball game in the first with a single. Leaves the pitch up, 1-1 the count. He's played basketball and football outside of baseball, Steve, but he stopped in high school to focus on baseball, of course. He was a 6A district All-American junior and senior year and received a Silver Slugger Award his senior year.
Finding himself in a pretty good hitter's count right here with the bases loaded. Lafferty's going to have to bring it in the zone.
How about that stash, too? That's midseason form mustache.
Yeah.
Waits on it and drives it in the air to right field. That one's going to get down. Just foul.
Yeah, got a pitch he could drive and drove it to right field, but the wind and the ball tailing off the bat, slicing away, just foul. Look at that, just inches foul.
2 balls, 2 strikes, the count. Bases loaded, one away in the top of the fifth. The Pioneers up 4-0. They'd love to break it open. Just missing outside from Lafferty. The count goes full. Matty Davis' story is one of my favorites, Steve. He rode the bench his freshman year of high school, of college. And he had to lose that year of eligibility with limited playing time. And he came back. He came to junior college. Strikes out there, but Matty Davis' story is pretty cool if you don't know it. Big pitch there from Clint Lafferty for the second out.
Huge, bases loaded. And gets a little slider off the plate, little wrinkle in it. He had thrown the fastball there, and we saw Davis drive it to right, just barely foul. Now he put a little wrinkle, little slider in that one, and was able to get the swing and miss.
Here's Scout Simpson. Leaves it up. Good grab by Peyton Ryback. Just a bow, Steve, on that Matty Davis story. So he rode the bench at Florida State. He said, I learned a lot from James Tibbs, Cam Smith, Jaime Ferrer. Tibbs and Smith, by the way, first-round draft picks. So now he's here with the Pioneers and trying to learn as much as he can. He was impactful for this team in the first inning with that RBI single. It's just a cool story. I just appreciate guys who, are okay with forging their own path. There's no right or wrong. Simpson hits it in the air, trailing foul on the left side. Got a couple of defenders coming over, but it drops.
Good hustle down the line there, trying to make a play to bail out Lafferty on the mound. But, it's interesting that the journey to get to different places for players and, the price you pay. And, if you go somewhere and you don't play, you can still learn a lot, which he said he did. But there's nothing like playing and learning. And the more that you play, the more you start to understand yourself. And so you can watch and learn, but you learn a lot more by actually participating and getting the opportunity in the runway to get some at-bats.
It's a big moment for Clint Lafferty. It's drilled right through the umpire's 5-hole. They go to second. He's waving his arms, though. I'm wondering if it hit him. It hit him, Steve. I thought that he had gotten out of the way. I thought it went through his legs. And it hit him.
It took out a pound of flesh, I think, is right there. And so for Nate Starr in the field, and so when it hits the umpire, it becomes a dead ball. The runners all advance one base. And but a really nice play, by the way, by Evan Taylor to even get a chance to make a play on that ball, even with it hitting the umpire. That's tough. You get blinded by the umpire some.
The run score, Steve?
Yeah, the run scored 5-0 now.
The run scored.
Run
okay, dead ball, the run scored. Okay, my apologies. Nico Lopez is the batter.
So bases loaded still. Nico Lopez, 2 down. Tough break for Lafferty because I think that Taylor might have been able to make the play if it had not hit Nate Starr, the umpire.
I agree. I think that is a really tough break. Lafferty working hard to get his team back in the dugout. Just trying to limit the damage here.
Big hit here, though, could break this one wide open.
Yeah, go ahead, Steve. Yeah, that's true. Lafferty makes the grab. It drops, tosses it back over, sticks with it. Great job by him. So they weren't able to get out of that jam. An unfortunate dead ball. So another run scores. The Pioneers are up 5-0. But they limit the damage with the bases loaded there, Steve. And Wallace-Dothan, we head to the bottom of the 5th. They're trailing by 5.
One, two, three, work.
Yes. My bat's better than any other bat I've used last year. This bat just had more pop than any other wood bat that I ever used. Wood bat league gonna go crazy this summer. These bats are absolutely juiced.
Welcome back, Panama City Beach. Here's what just happened in the top of the 5th inning. The bases were loaded. This ball ended up hitting the umpire, Nate Starr. So the run scores because he was in front of the defender, Steve, which is unfortunate because Evan Taylor made the play. He stepped on second. You can see there. And that would have gotten them out of the inning and only trailing by 4. But now they trail by 5. A little unfortunate turn of events there.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, right? Some bad luck in that situation. And it may be that because it hit the umpire, he was able to make the play because it did slow the ball down a little bit. But, yeah, that is the rule and the way that's applied. And so the umpires did appropriately respond. Unfortunately, though, leading to another run scored and another run they have to make up.
Javi Miranda comes back out on the mound, and it's Evan Taylor who will lead things off, the shortstop who, hey, he made the play, right? Found the ball, did a nice job, did everything he could. Just unfortunate. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. waits for it and taps it. Oh, Miranda gets caught up on the turf, and so Taylor's going to get on base. A little redemption for him, maybe. The karmic gods there. He gets on base. And so the Govs have a base runner now.
Yeah, the ball had some English on it, some spin on it, and he thought it was going to keep rolling one way, and it kicked back on him the other way, just unable to make the play.
All right, so here's Peyton Ryback. That's his family. That's him on their shirts. His face is on their shirts. How cool is this, right? The family coming in and want to support and love their freshman catcher, and they're there showing out. I love this. Now, I don't know. I don't think he'll be embarrassed. Steve, if my family put my face on their shirts, I think I would love it.
Yeah, and they're cheering for him, but they're not out of control with it. But look, you know what? The families are as committed to the players' lives and careers as the players are. And they're rooting for them, and they've made sacrifices to get them these opportunities. And I will tell you, as a father of 4 boys, it was more painful for me to watch my boys in sports than it was for me being the general manager in the World Series for the Mets in 2000. It was more stressful.
That one chopped, and Miranda, this time able to make the grab and the play. On the back of those shirts, by the way, they say Team Ryback. That is so awesome. Huge shout out to the Ryback family. That is loyalty, and it's just really cool. That is so, so cool. It's awesome to see. There's one away. Evan Taylor moves over to third on the play, and Jeremiah Blair will bat.
Blair tried to bunt his way on the first time, hustling down the line.
Leaves ball 1 high. Blair, the freshman, playing center field. He's from Niceville, Florida.
That's nice.
Is it a requirement to be nice if you're from
I
there?
think it is. I honestly, I don't think you can live in Niceville and not be nice.
He said, my mom and dad have inspired me the most. They've helped me so much with baseball and life, even when they didn't have the time to do so. That gives me motivation to work so hard for what they've done for me. I don't want to take it for granted.
I'll tell you, the quality of the kids, the young men in this, are just fantastic. And the perspective and the gratitude for what has gotten them to this point is so evident.
That's called strike 3 on Blair. The 5th strikeout of the afternoon for Miranda. 2 away. Listen, the Governors are threatening, right? They got a runner over at third base. You'd like to see the next man up be able to drive him in, but Miranda is rolling.
You know, for freshmen who see a breaking ball like that, they walk back thinking, they didn't throw a curveball like that in high school. And yet, they're just learning. They got to see it, to experience it, to be able to react to it. And at some point, the next step will be take the ones that are out of the zone and fight off the breaking ball to get yourself back on a fastball.
Here's Caden Tuck. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Yeah, I have a good feeling that Miranda's going to get a chance to continue to play at the higher level.
Yeah, I really like what he's done. I mean, he's in complete control on the mound, and he's so comfortable out there. Like, his just even setup on the mound, his delivery, catching the ball back from the catcher. He just feels like a natural pitcher.
Hey, by the way, his battery mate, we've talked a lot about Jake Weatherspoon behind the plate. Weatherspoon's got a 4.3 GPA and a 1,300 SAT. 6'2",
Wow.
215-pound catcher who's got a wild bat. Just past the glove of Miranda. Second base, Michael Lucina making the play. He splashed the leather and the lumber already this afternoon, and the threat's over for the Govs. Indian River holding on. They're up 5-0. We gotta love the family support here in Panama City Beach. We'll be back with the 6th. Welcome back. Frank Torrey Jr.'s program, the Indian River State College Pioneers, up 5-0. 8 hits so far in this ball game. Michael Lucina had a solo home run. He's 2 for 2 as well. Javi Miranda, 5 innings, 3 hits, no runs, and 5 strikeouts so far. A lot of the damage done in the first. They had 3 runs there, added that solo homer in the third, and an insurance run in the fifth. Clint Lafferty is going to come back out on the mound for the Govs. Just trying to limit this damage. They are the home team. Not quite how you want to start the inning as he hits JT Thigpen.
Just a two-seam fastball that kept just running inside, and Thigpen, or I guess Duffin there.
Duffin, sorry, Steve.
Just
my bad.
sort of checked his swing on it, and it sort of bit that forearm a little bit. Looks like he's okay, though.
Sean Duffin was the leadoff hitter. Back to the top, Brett Patton will bat. Talked about the speed that he's got. The defense on alert as he squares around. Runner taken off for second, slides in safely.
Well, the squaring around to bunt keeps the catcher back a little bit, also sort of blocks his view some. And now he's in scoring position, and the job now for Patton is to get him to third base with less than 2 outs.
Patton said he's got an athletic frame, can hit for power and contact. He steals bases. He's got a good feel on the base paths. He said he makes tough plays in center and is a great teammate. Two-oh count to Patton. One misses outside for Lafferty.
Again, Patton looking for something that he can pull to the right side to advance the runner.
Big pitch there to come back. Big swing for strike one.
3-0 green light on that one. And so the discipline, the coach buying in. Frank Torrey saying, you know what, I'm going to give him the green light, see what he can do right here, 3-0.
That one fouled away, not a play. Frank Torrey Jr., the head baseball coach of this program. His dad, Frank Torrey Sr., played in the bigs. That one missing, and so Patton works the walk.
Really good eye right there by Patton. That's a borderline close pitch right there. He fouled off a couple of pitches, now first and second, and 2 guys that can run. So you wonder maybe now Frank Torrey might get the runners in motion at some point.
Here's Matt Lashley. 2 on, no outs, top 6. Squares around, drops it down the third base line. Picked up and thrown over by Clyat. They make the out. The runners advance.
So I love the execution right there. So the rule is if you're going to sacrifice bunt with a runner on first, you bunt it to first base. With runners in first and second, you bunt it to third base, getting the third baseman to give up his position, allowing the runner from second to advance to third, and they can get the out at first base, but you now get 2 runners in scoring position. That was so well done.
Weatherspoon.
Break that one down for me, Danny. A little glitch right there.
It was a sack bunt. Thank you so much, David Otta, our producer. I was trying to figure out what happened. appreciate that so much. That makes it 6-0. Pioneers. So again, like, this is classic junior college baseball, right? You have guys on base, you move them over, and there you go. You have you on a bunt, and you bring a run in.
Yeah, a lot more bunting in the college game.
I support it. Support it big time. All right, so here's Jason Lashley. Still looking for his first hit of the afternoon. Oh, that one stroked through the left side. There's his hit and an RBI to boot. 7-0 Indian River.
He's got a really good swing. We've talked about it all afternoon. Just a sweet piece of hitting. And what I love is he's conscious about going to left field. A little bit of a Sean Casey swing there, a little bit. Remember Sean Casey, the mayor?
Of course.
Works at MLB Network now, but Lashley just nice and easy going the other way with it, serving it up like a little two-hand backhand from Chrissy Everett right there. Lafferty out, coming out of the game, pitching change.
Ryan Eiley, the head coach of Wallace-Dothan Community College, coming out, passing the baton as the Pioneers crack the game open. It's a 7-0 lead so far in this one in the top of the sixth. So here's how we got here, right? In the first, the Pioneers piling on. They were already 4 games into their season, and the bats look like it. They got 3 runs in the first, pouring that on, and then later in the game in the third, Michael Lucina letting loose, launches this one into left for a solo shot, makes it 4-0. Later in the game in the fifth, they get another run on, and they've gotten 2 in the sixth so far. So just they look like a really good ball club right now, and those 4 games have probably contributed, Steve, to the fact that they've been able to pile it on. Javi Miranda's done a great job for them on the mound, but Will Rice is going to get a chance. The freshman lefty will come in, Troy, Alabama native, and just get a chance to get some innings, right? Just to get some experience and get started with their season.
Yeah, I think for all these players, like the score for Will Rice coming in right now, the score doesn't matter. Right, this is you getting your first outing in of the year. You want to go out there and attack hitters and understand that you're going to pitch in a lot of games. You guys are going to get a lot of at-bats, that any one inning or at-bat doesn't mean a season. It doesn't mean anything for your entire career. But for Will Rice, first time out there, right? Let me get out there. Let me go and attack hitters and have some confidence. Forget about the score. Just go out there and compete.
How exciting is that, right? You're getting to see a guy who's starting his college baseball career. Panama City Beach is the backdrop for them. Not too shabby. His grandfather won a national championship for Bear Bryant back in 1962. So he's got some very athletic blood. Probably some ice in those veins, too. Here's Michael Lucina. Gets out of the way.
So
of
for
ball
Will
1.
Rice, welcome to JUCO baseball. Michael Lucina only has a home run and laced a rocket to right field in his first 2 at-bats. Go get him, kid. Come on.
Just a little pat on the back. I believe in you.
I do like the willingness to throw that fastball inside. Now for Lucina, you've got him thinking about that inside pitch, and if he has that ability now to paint that fastball in the outside corner, it could be a very effective pitch.
It's a strike. Pops out of Ryback's glove, but the runners stay.
Looks like it crossed him up a little bit right there. Like he might have been looking for something else and was able at least to keep it in front and did get the call on the strike as well.
Two on, one down, top 6. There's that bat. That is a terrifying bat.
Yeah. I have a feeling at some point Lucina might move up in the lineup a little bit. Between Jason Lashley and Lucina, those two can swing the bat.
Yeah, they've got a great lineup. Frank Torrey Jr., he's got a lot of experience in here. That one hits Lucina. It's like in the calf. It's not the best feeling in the world, is it?
No. But, it's his third time getting on base. Had a sac fly early on, home run, RBI single, and now hit by pitch. He'll shake it off.
Shake it off, head to first, load them up. These two teams, by the way, are perfect game preseason rankings for Division I junior college baseball, top 25. You can see Indian River State College coming in at number 22. And then for Division II, there you see Wallace-Dothan Community College there at number 6 on our rankings. If you want the full rankings, by the way, just go to perfectgame.org. You can check them all out there. Here's Maddie Davis. Back to Rice. Calm and collected. He goes to first, gets the sure out. I don't even know if he looked at home, but I don't know if there was time either.
Yeah, that's a freshman on the mound, not really thinking necessarily, because that ball back to you with the bases loaded, you've got to go home right there, and that opportunity. But he got caught up, he got an out, which is good. But that's the game moving a little bit fast for you, right? Get that out at home plate for the force out.
So Jake Weatherspoon comes home. Here's Scout Simpson. It's 8-0 Pioneers. 2 more games on PGTV tomorrow. The championship game is on Sunday. There's a nice pitch from Rice for strike 1.
Very nice breaking ball right there from the young man. Wallace-Dothan is going to be a team that may get off to a little bit of a slow start, but look for them to get better as the year goes along. A lot of freshmen on this team, a lot of youngsters just getting their feet underneath them.
Hit well in the air to right center field. Coming under it, making the grab. Jeremiah Blair, he's got the speed for the third out of the frame. A couple more runs, though, for the Pioneers. Breaking it wide open. They're leading 8-0. It's been an onslaught of offense for this Indian River State College team. We head to the bottom of the 6th in Panama City Beach.
Players want to maximize their potential.
They are chasing the wrong thing.
Being better is personal.
What works for one player doesn't work for all players.
Players need to be told what they're good at, what they're not good at, and what they need to work on.
They need to be given a personalized plan to help them get to where they want to be.
That's how players get better.
That's how they maximize their potential.
That's how they become great.
Join us.
Join us.
Join us as we build the future of intelligent players.
The weather is warm and it's the perfect time of year to cook outside. Loco's Smart Temp griddles provide precise and controllable griddle surface temperatures ranging from 250 degrees all the way up to a sear setting. The cooking temperature always stays exactly where you set it, so your meal always comes out just right. Cultivating great experiences is part of our DNA, and everyone has a seat at our table, so pull up a chair. Cook faster and party longer with Loco cookers.
What a beautiful, beautiful Friday afternoon as we wrap up the month of January. Junior college baseball has started. It has begun. Baseball is back, and we are so excited to welcome you back to Perfect Game TV. I'm Danny Wexelman alongside Steve Phillips, former big league general manager, and Javi Miranda's day is done. The freshman righty was sensational, gave up just 3 hits in this ball game, and this is Justin Minneberry. He's taking over on the mound, the sophomore righty. He's going to come in and get a chance maybe to close this game out.
Yeah, 6'3", 200 pounds, big, strong young man on the mound. And so a guy that comes over the top with his stuff, but looks like he's going to have a pretty good fastball and some experience, right? The sophomore year, it's a little bit different when you've got your second time around and a chance to go out there and just keep building what you did your freshman year.
He's out of Ormond Beach, Florida, and his goals this year, he said, I want to win the conference again and then take a trip to Grand Junction. And then the next 2 years, I want to pitch for a good program and help them win a bunch of ball games and get drafted. Yeah, this is the road to Grand Junction, by the way. It all starts here. Of course, Indian River, they've already had 4 games under their belt. And for Wallace-Dothan Community College, their home opener against Chipola was canceled. They've had some weather in the area. So this is their very first game of the season. JT Thigpen leads things off. Launches that high in the air. Right into Matt Lashley's glove. The shortstop making the play. 1 away.
Yeah, looks like he's got a little bit of velocity on that fastball. The ability to throw at the top of the zone.
Here's Kason Gleaton. We like his bat. We like the way he plays the game. He singled back in the 4th. Takes the ball low.
Thing is, that bat looks small in his hand, doesn't it? Like,
Yeah.
like it looks like a toothpick.
That is a
6'5".
great description. Smacks that one. In the air, right center field. Both defenders coming in, and ultimately Matty Davis makes the grab, avoiding the collision. 2 away.
That ball was well hit by Gleaton. He drove that to right center field there. This is an outstanding play by Matty Davis, running that one down in good communication, avoiding one another in the outfield. And remember, pop-up priorities, fly ball, center field always has priority. But Matty Davis calling off Patton, and he makes the play.
Here's Drew Shiver. 2 away in the bottom of the 6th. And he takes the ball inside. Tapped on the ground to second. Michael Lucino's been busy over there. He makes the play. 1-2-3 inning for Justin Minaberry, who came on to take over for Javi Miranda. Gets some knuckles as he goes back. Listen, Indian River, they're up 8-0, and we're headed to the 7th. Welcome back. Baseball, a game of tradition. Frank Torrey Jr., he's the head coach of this program. Of course, the third base coach as well. The nephew of Major League Baseball's Hall of Fame manager, Joe Torrey. His dad, Frank Torrey Sr., won a World Series. An incredibly impressive career, and now Frank Torrey taking over this program here for Indian River State College. Steve, you knew Frank Torrey Sr. You watched him play, and I know that you run into Joe Torrey plenty of times.
Absolutely.
First pitch swinging on the ground to second base. Scout Simpson is Nico Lopez, headed back to the.
You know, it's a situation where you're around the game enough that you pick up all of that, right? You listen, you learn. And so for Frank Torrey Jr. coaching here for Indian River, he was a great high school coach in the Palm Beach Gardens area. He had great success there. And then made the transition to junior college and has really thrived with this opportunity and done a great job with it. And having learned from his father, from his uncle, Joe Torrey, he's transitioned that into being an outstanding coach.
Oh, Wallace-Dothan laces that, but foul.
I like Wallace-Dothan a lot. He looks like a big leaguer. He's built like a big leaguer. That swing that, he's definitely a low ball hitter. Likes to go down and get that ball and drive it. But he's got a good-looking swing. He can run a little bit as well. And just a freshman, so he's batting ninth right now. But I expect him to move up in this lineup.
Yeah, he's like another leadoff guy down there, right? Often teams are doing that. But to your point, he singled in the fourth. He was hit by a pitch in the sixth and ended up scoring. That was a 3-run sixth inning for the Pioneers. They're up 8-0. Wallace-Dothan will get a chance to come back in the bottom of the seventh. As that ball hits Duffin, he's going to take first.
Did steal a base in the game as well earlier. Will Rice, that breaking ball, just, when he's starting it inside, it's breaking in off the plate a little bit too much. And so, he's just finding his way right now and getting a feel for the baseball in his hand here early in the season.
The Pioneers almost batted around in the sixth. They're back to the top with Brett Patton, who takes strike one. Yeah, again, Will Rice coming out, the freshman taking over for Clint Lafferty. Braden Rapp started this ball game. All of them getting their first innings, their first pitches out of the way for the season. Off the end of the bat, it's floated into left foul territory. Coming over is JT Thigpen. He's played a great left field and makes the out.
Yeah, good hustle getting over. Remember, the score doesn't matter when you're playing in college baseball, professional baseball. You're always being evaluated. And, you should always look for an opportunity to impress your own coach or somebody else to lead to potential more playing time, more opportunities.
Here's Matt Lashley. The Lashley twins. They've been really good today. Pretty swings. I like the way they play the game. I like the sound of that one. In the air to left. Thigpen makes the grab. Extends his arms. Yeah, you thought that one was down, and then Thigpen comes out of nowhere to make the catch. Two great plays by him. That's going to end the top of the seventh. It's 8-0 Indian River State College. And Wallace-Dothan, they're down to their last 3 outs as we head to the bottom of the seventh.
I need all the wins. Yeah. Ain't no else, gotta get it, no call to quits. Yeah. Gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets. Yeah. Better move out the way, cause I'm coming with hard hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all of this. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out.
At Panama City Beach, 27 miles of white sand, gorgeous turquoise waters, and sunsets you'll never forget are just the beginning. Here, your family can vacation the way they want. Whether your style is go, 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 or just take it slow, this is where you can be you. Have an adventure, ride the waves, eat the perfect meal, or relax until the sun goes down. Panama City Beach. Make it yours at the Real Fun Beach.
We welcome you back to Panama City Beach, Florida at the perfect game. Visit Panama City Beach College Baseball Classic. We have a lot more, though, coming up. Of course, our 2025 Perfect Game BCS National Championship. That's early July and late June, depending on the ages you see there, 14U to 16U. And then, of course, 17U and 18U. The 17U, that's the end of July in Fort Myers. The 18U, that's the end of June in Fort Myers, Florida. Guess what? If you can't make it, if you can't go, if you can't be there, or you want to watch your loved one play, we got you. We stream all those games on Perfect Game TV. All right, we welcome you back right now as we head to the bottom of the seventh. Last chance for the Governors. New pitcher on the mound, Dylan Giannis for the Pioneers, trying to close it out.
Giannis from Miami, Florida, Monsignor Edward Pace High School.
Jackson Clayat is leading things off. Two balls, one strike, the count. Clayat, from his first at bat to his second at bat, a huge difference. Again, just getting those pitches under your belt and being able to just get that much more experience for this very, very young Governors team. I think is really important. Again, you mentioned it, Steve. The score is the score. It is what it is. But this is their first game of the season. And there you have it. So Jackson Clayat works the leadoff walk. New pitcher on the mound, and he takes advantage. Anthony Zarzana will come up to bat.
Yeah, so Wallace-Dothan right now, I mean, look, they got a big hole to dig out of. But get some momentum going for yourself. This is the first game of the tournament, so get yourself going. Try to get something going here in the seventh inning, even if you don't come all the way back, to be able to take that with you and build upon something positive as you head into game two.
All right, so Zarzana steps in. He singled in the second, grounded to short in the fourth. A lot of opportunities for this Govs team as he takes a strike from Giannis, particularly in that second inning, Steve. That was really their best opportunity to try to get back in this ball game, and maybe some miscues, just some missed opportunities, but you can see where this team is headed. You can see, as that ball stayed hard on the ground but foul, you can see what Ryan Eiley and his staff have put together for the season.
Yeah, I think that the key is, listen, they went, 44-8 last year. So they had a great year, but they also graduated out a lot of the players that moved on. And so they've replenished the supply, but they've done great recruiting. They've had a great program. And now these young guys will just grow together as a team. And it may take a little bit of time, but I suspect they're going to be very competitive as this season goes on.
That one's a hard hit, right to short. They turn to second and over to first. The defense and the gloves, time and time again in this ball game, they turn two, and now the Governors down to their final out.
So from a development point of view for Zarzana, I'd say, you know what? Well struck. You hit that ball really well. You know, bad luck hitting it right at somebody. But from a growth point of view, he may feel badly, but the idea is he should actually feel pretty good. He made good, solid contact despite the double play.
And that's going to be it. So what a fantastic job. Dylan Giannis comes in to close out the game. Showing off the top of the head. Yeah, it's got a lot going on up there. And Indian River State College, the Pioneers, win this one 8-0. Frank Torrey Jr. and his staff have put together a really strong team. This is a team you got to watch out for. They improved to 5-0 on the season. Here's the last pitch, Steve.
Final out, ground ball right to first base, jammed him. They get the out and get the victory. 8-0 win. Indian River off to a good start. 5-0 right now in the season, Danny. And they came out swinging the bats. They made plays and outstanding pitching from the staff today.
Javi Miranda was really, really good. The freshman right-hander started things off. Justin Minberry took over, and then Dylan Giannis closed it out. Don't forget Michael Lucina's solo home run. Dude muscled up big time. You can see him there celebrating. We got a lot more for you tomorrow. 11:30 a.m. That's Central Time, 12:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and then 4:30 Central, 5:30 Eastern Time right here on Perfect Game TV. Congratulations again. Earlier today, Wabash Valley College, the Warriors, Aaron Biddle's team, they won over the Gulf Coast State College team. And then Indian River State College, the Pioneers, winning today 8-0 in a commanding fashion. A lot more tomorrow on PGTV for our entire crew and my friend, my color analyst, Steve Phillips. I'm Danny Wexelman. We thank you so much for spending your afternoon with us. We turn the page to February tomorrow. Join us on PGTV live from Perfect Games. Visit Panama City Beach College Baseball Classic.